Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd just stop in today with a little extra and share a project that I worked on this week to put up on the baker's rack or somewhere, I'm not sure exactly, during Christmas as a Christmas decoration. And I just wanted to share with you that I appreciate your comments so much, and your belief in my ability is overwhelming sometimes. Yes, sure, I love to craft, and yes, most of the crafts I do come out fine, but don't ever forget that there are no mistakes in crafting, only unique designs. So when you watch a video and you see a wreath being made, and not just by me, okay, and you see cards being made, and you see different DIYs being made, and they look so easy, and they look so talented, these people, and they are talented. You know, it's not always just that smooth. So I thought I'd just share with you a little video today of a project I worked on that came out fine. And I like it, and you'll like it at the end. But it wasn't quite so smooth. So stay tuned and I'll share with you making a shadow box for Christmas decoration. Back in a minute. Well, I have this, it's a bank from the Dollar Tree. It has writing on the top, but you can take it off very easily with a razor blade. So let me get my razor blade here. Well, guess what? You can't scrape the letters off the outside of the glass when the writing is on the inside of the glass. So I'm going to have to start over again, but you won't know that because I'll do it right the first time. Just watch. Okay, I'm starting with one of those Dollar Tree banks, and the words don't make any sense now because I've already taken some of them off. And all I'm doing first is taking the back off, which just pops off, okay? And I'm just using the straight edge of a letter opener, and it's very easy to get these letters off. They just pop right off, scrape right off. And there you go. I missed a piece. Oh, that seems to be on the other side. Okay, now I saw, oh, what was her name? Oh, look, Julie, I think her name is. And she made one of these, and she had a large piece of paper that she cut out a backsplash to cover this. Well, you know those card packs that we had? It has this in it. I said, that's going to be perfect. So what I'm going to do is to glue this just as it is onto this back piece. And I'm going to use the art glitter glue because it's very good glue and it will hold. So here I go trying to unclog this, and I pull the top off the pin, and you'll notice later I will have glue all over the front of my dress. Oh well, that's the way it goes. All right, let's see how that worked. Well, I guess that didn't work at all. Oh, guess what? we will just shut off the camera and make believe it never happened. Okay, I'm going to use the Art Glitter glue. It's a very good glue. And I'll put a good amount all over this back. And then I'm going to line up the bottom right hand corner with the bottom of this back. And I'm going to make sure that that edge and the bottom are lined up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto knife, craft knife, and just put a mat here. This is a self-healing mat. And I will go right along the edge. There we go. And this is called a sanding block. And all I'm going to do is just kind of go along the edge here. There's a little bump here because of the piece that fits into the frame. You see here, this little piece here. So there's a little bit of a bump. But this gets it the exact same size as the back of this so that it will fit nicely inside. You see? Because you can't see too much of it right now. So the next thing we have to do is to add some lights. And I have a package of these LED lights from the Dollar Tree. And we'll get these unwound. And they wrap them so that you have to get this thing through a knot. There we go. Now before I get them all in, we'll put batteries in here and make sure it works. And this is one of the battery boxes you have to unscrew, so I'm going to have to don't get the right equipment. I can't. And just use whatever you have. And that's not working. Let's try something else. Okay, we've got a screwdriver here. Screwdrivers usually work on screws. Well, it's not really the right kind of a screwdriver, but we'll keep fiddling with it to see if we can get it undone. No, you still can't get the cover off. You haven't got the screw out yet. So anyway, just keep on working, keep on trucking. 20 minutes later, get it, it will open. It's just a pain in the neck to every time you have to change the batteries, you have to take these little screws out. Okay, when you use the right tool, it works fine. And they're your AA batteries. I have them right here. So I'm going to put these in and just make sure these lights work before I go attaching them all in the Yes, they do. So put this back together. I'll be back when I get this put together. Okay, we're about to enter about 20 minutes of playing with glue dots, and let me tell you, I had the glue dots stuck to everything except what they needed to be stuck to. They were all over my fingernails, and when I tried to put the lights in, that didn't work. Now I'm going away to get something and completely forget that the camera's still going. I think I went to get the batting to go on the inside. So you would have about 20 minutes of dead air while I'm in the closet finding the batting and cutting it and bringing it back. And guess what? Then we'll get back to the project. I'm sorry, I thought I was recording. I will catch you up. I used some glue dots to put in a small piece of a white stuffing, and I have now put the lights down through the hole, and I'm just going to take a glue dot and stick it onto here now to hold this while I'm trying to put the lights in. And you see they're all down through the hole. This is the slot in the bank. So I believe I can take this and I put a glue dot in each corner in here. So I'm just going to kind of wrap these around. And I believe they'll go around a couple of times. And what I'm going to do is take these and attach them up like this, so the lights don't really show from the front, but they'll make the light inside. So let me continue wrapping these around, and I'll be back as soon as I've got them in. Okay, now the glue dots weren't holding, so I have put in some of this extra sticky double-sided tape, and it's sticky. And the lights are all along the inside frame. I don't see if you can see it, except on the bottom. And then I put some more of that stickiness on the bottom. I took out the snow because my house, my fence or doorway or whatever we want to call it here, didn't want to stand up good. So I'm going to fix that in a minute. And the little boy who's building a snowman over here. So what we're going to do is just build the snow around the little people here. What did I do with the rest of it? Here it is. And I'm just pulling this apart. And I'm just going to go down in between and around. Okay. And I have a piece right here that I will get down to the front. All right. Another piece in here. Okay, here's the thing here. I did not want to use hot glue because I may want to take these miniatures out and use them again somewhere else. So by doing it this way, I can do that. And there you go. You can see it's all snowy. Okay. Now I'm going to take this, put this to the side, and this is the back. Now I have this little gizmo here. It's called a glam heat tool. And what it does is heat glue on the back of these special rhinestones and make them adhere. Now I haven't used this in a few years, but I'm going to try to add some glitter, or glittery snowflakes on the back of this scene here. So when the lights shine, it'll be pretty. I'm turning it on. And this, what happens is this tip is going to get very hot. Getting there. So let me just try one. Okay, you just press down on this while you're holding a button, which keeps that tip hot. See, the light is on. I haven't let it heat up enough yet though. And it's not that I couldn't put these on with glue. And I may, if this doesn't work. This glue may be very well all dried out. But I thought I'd give it a try. I haven't used this tool in a long time. And you got them all, so use them. And see, the heat is going through the crystals to the glue on the back. And this tip gets very, very hot. When I got this little kit, it came with so many of these rhinestones that I wouldn't be able to use them up the rest of my life. So, what we'll do is try all of these, give it a second to dry, and then stand it up and see how many fall off. So what do you think? Do you think they're going to stay? Ready? Up, up, up. One. Well, if we only lose one, we'll be doing good. No, this doesn't seem to be. There we go. You know, when you're doing paper crafts and all of that stuff, you get all of these different little gizmos. And I tell you what, I haven't used a lot of them in a long time. And if you watched my kitchen video when I got a couple of more kitchen gadgets, I said I'm a kitchen gadget junkie. Well, I was a craft gadget junkie too. I didn't get everything because, boy, you could really go broke doing all of that. But I got my share. Ta-da! Twinkle, twinkle. Yeah, they seem secure. Yeah. So, let's put this back on and see what other kind of mess we can get into. And it just pops on. Now I'm going to take this switch with some of this stickiness I'm going to put it on the back of the box. Well, the glue dot held wonderfully up there. So, what do you think? They're cute. I like it. Just a cute little project, and golly, that was a hard project for me because I haven't done anything like that in a long time. I think I'm going to move that snow down a little bit so I can see some more of the truck. It's not hard, you just have to open the back up, but that's what I'm going to do. And this will look cute sitting up on the baker's rack, in amongst all the other things. So there you go. It's a Dollar Tree craft. It took 5 minutes, but it took 5 hours. But it came out just fine. I love it. So give it a try. You can play around with all kinds of things in here. Christmas trees. And I like the little glittery snowflakes. And in the daytime it'll look like this. Pretty good. Okay, so there you go. Another little toy to play with. I'll see you next time for another Christmas project. It's getting pretty close, guys. It's getting pretty close. It's almost time to pull out some of the decorations. All these things we're working on we'll get to play with pretty soon. So I'll be back in a couple of days and we'll do something else for Christmas, I guess. I have a few more wreaths I need to make. So I'll probably work on that. See you then. Until then, everybody stay safe, play by the rules, wear your mask, keep your distance, wash your hands, and everybody play nice now. Love you. Bye-bye.